We're almost ready to go. It's kind of like watching a football game. We're waiting on the cue from the camera guy to say we're live. So the world of technology. So we'll be ready to go here in just a second. Are we ready? We got the thumbs up. All right. Well, welcome everybody to another gorgeous day here to celebrate another historic moment here in Adena as sharing with you this beautiful, beautiful facility. But before we get started, what about our band? What about our community band from Chillicothe High School? Let's give them a round of applause. Thank all the young people for being here with us today and celebrating. You know, it's hard to believe that this time has moved by so fast. You know, we kicked this project off in May of 2019. And, you know, we've all been through a lot since then, right? With the pandemic and everything. But here we are today on this beautiful, beautiful day that we've been blessed with to celebrate and bring this new facility to life. And as we do, I would ask that you all please stand now and join us as the Chillicothe VFW presents the collars. And we now have the Unioto High School Choir to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rough stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Okay, so at this time, I would like to introduce to our stage Adena Health Systems Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Joe Watson.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank everybody for being here. We'd like to thank the Chillicothe VFW and Unioto's high school choir for being with us and doing such a great job. We give them a round of applause. Good afternoon. As Jeff said, I'm Joe Watson, Chairman of the Board of Trustees here at Adena. I represent Trinity United Methodist Church on the board. Several years ago, when this project was presented to the board, we knew immediately this was going to be a game changer for the communities we serve. This project is yet another example of Adena's commitment to the health and well-being of the neighbors here in this region. Providing quality health care in this region for more than 125 years, this latest project is a testament to Adena's commitment to bringing state-of-the-art health care close to home. At our core, we are neighbors caring for neighbors here at Adena. Providing our neighbors and family members with a level of care that meets and exceeds everything found in those larger markets is what our communities deserve. As Jeff alluded to, this project began just prior to the pandemic. And the dedication and focus of everyone involved, from the leadership team all the way to the construction folks who put this together, is truly commendable. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I thank everyone here for being here today, helping us celebrate this historic event and bringing a world-class center of care to Southern Ohio. I want to especially thank all of the Adena caregivers and providers and the Orthopedic and Spine Operations Group for their dedication, passion, and professionalism. Without you, none of this would be possible. Now I'd like to introduce Adena's Orthopedic and Spine Institute's medical director and incredible leader, Dr. James Fleming Jr.
Thank you very much, Joe. I'm horrible with scripted text reading, but so I'll wing a little bit. I do better winging it. First thing I like to say, isn't this an incredible day and an incredible facility that we have behind us? You know, I am, the word that comes to mind for me is thankful, you know, for our providers, for the Board of Trustees, for giving us the rubber stamp for such an expensive endeavor, for our leadership, both administrative and physician leads, to the Board of Trustees, like I said, to my colleagues and caregivers. That's not just the AOSI caregivers, but our primary care brethren, our pediatric brethren, and all the staff. They've supported us. And most importantly, the community has supported us for, I don't know, how many years did we start here at Adena? Yeah, but when did the 125 years we've been here, and we're going to be here 125 more. First capital and third capital. I'm proud, so I hope you can see it on my face. So what are we going to bring to you? We're going to bring you first-rate, quality level healthcare in a service-oriented fashion. We have the state-of-the-art facility. We're going to give you concierge care. And some of the Board of Trustees didn't even know, we have 42 providers who will be here in this building. APPs in a variety of specialties, including orthopedics and orthopedic specialists, hand, joint, spine, total joint. We have neurology, a big neurology group. We have specialist neurologists. I see Dr. Singla, who does pediatrics. We have physiatry. We have interventional pain management. We have our foot and ankle colleagues who take care of everything below the knee and to the ankle. And I can go on and on. So those 42 providers, what I can tell you, we are absolutely committed to care to this region. And we've done a lot of recruitment because what we heard from the community and our colleagues was we want to have choice, and we want the best people when we have choices. So Sandy and Dr. Yandila and I and others have been everyone in our group, very involved in the recruitment process. And I won't get into all the specifics. We were introduced to some last night, but in almost every group, from spine to orthopedics to sports medicine, and we have recruited the best people we can get, people who are people-oriented and fit with this community and the culture of this area. So I'm privileged to be here. Look forward to you touring the building so you can see some firsthand of some of the things we're talking about. And again, I want to thank you all and the community. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Ross County Commissioner President, Dwight Garrett. Please come forward.
Well, I'd like to thank the Chillicothe Band and the Unioto Choir. After being in education as an educator for 38 years, my wife works for Chillicothe City Schools, and I went to school at Adena. Took me 12 years to get out of Adena, but 29 to get out of Unioto. So did a great job. Thank you, Dr. Fleming. I used to tell Mr. Graham that when I would come out to the hospital, I would have to park at Kenworth to find a place to come over here. Now today I can see we have a beautiful parking lot. and I'm very happy about that. 65 years ago, the first hospital was established in Ross County in a house because of a train wreck. For over 125 years, Adena has been providing the essential services to the members of this region. From that brick house in Chillicothe to the hospital on Cherry Street, where I was born, to this location today, Adena is continually looking to improve and make the best moves for the community. The leading employer of Ross County, with over 3,000 jobs spread across the region and serving 500,000 patients in South Central and Southern Ohio, offering an invaluable service to individuals in need of medical attention. It is hard to believe that it was only 2 years ago that we stood here during a groundbreaking ceremony with a vision of what was to come. The parking garage is a much-needed addition to a hospital the size of a small city. The orthopedic wing is another jewel in the crown of Adena Regional Medical Center. So on behalf of the Ross County Commissioners, I'd like to congratulate Jeff Graham, CEO, for his forward thinking, an individual that has invested in the future of Ross County by establishing this much-needed addition to an already state-of-the-art facility. This is truly a facility of the people, by the people, and for the people. At this time, I'd like to introduce Adena Chief Operations Officer, Kathy Etlington.
Thank you, Dwight. I also want to thank Dr. Fleming for his commitment to Adena and our patients. It is because of his leadership and his vision for the building that we're here today. That vision is the difference our patients are going to experience when they come. But also, it's why this is going to be a destination place for patients all over the state, all over the United States. It could be. It's definitely a game changer, and it sets us apart. I want to thank the Adena Board of Trustees and our Adena Medical Group for your unwavering support. We asked our community and our providers what they needed and what they wanted for their patients, and we used the voice of our customer to create it. And so I really appreciate that so very much. From the moment you step inside this building, you're going to notice something different. It's an experience. We have more than 40 providers that are here to take care of your orthopedic needs. And it's got a concierge atmosphere. And what does that mean? It's like a hotel with the best clinical care. So it's going to set us apart. We've enlisted national consultants through the Ritz-Carlton to help us train our staff and our providers in providing that next level of service. This is an emotional day for so many. This has been a long time coming for Adena. It will not only give us the space we need for orthopedics, but it's going to continue to help us grow as a health system. We have many other specialties and many other areas that we need to grow in order to meet the needs of the communities that we serve. I would like to take a moment now to thank many others that were involved in this project. And I could be here all day thanking people, because when you do something like this that's so big, it takes a village. So from Messer Construction, I want to thank Tim Gussler, Jason Brett, Zach Vanneman, Shane Hawkins, and Brad Huber for their partnership. Wow, we just had such a great experience with Messer, so I want to thank them. From Concord Addis, Doug Addis, who operated as our owner's rep during this project. And then from M&A, Wes Hawkins, Chris Nankivel, Dottie Stam, Rob Kerr, and I know Liz Kokler's here too. You guys nailed it. You nailed what we were looking for. We were trying to create something that pulled in our community. It has the look and the feel. You walk through this building and you see the textures and you feel like you're in Chillicothe. You guys nailed it. Thank you so much. The partnership has been unbelievable with you. Sandy Zikafus, who's our service line leader for orthopedics, she is amazing. And she's got this strategic vision and focus, and man, she's competitive. And I love that about her. and she has been instrumental in us being able to make this happen. Becky Lockery, who will be our lead for the building, Carol Ader from IT, and Georgianne Meyer from Facilities and Construction. But finally, I have to give special recognition to Jeff Webb. He's our Director of Construction here at Adena, and when we started this project, he told me, he said, Kathy, this is like the Super Bowl for me. And man, he is definitely the MVP. He deserves a round of applause because he nailed it. I can't wait for you all to see the building. At this time, I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce Congressman Brad Wenstrup.
Well, thank you very much. Believe me, it is my pleasure and my honor to be here today. And I want to thank all the high school students that did such a great job with the band and with the choral arrangement and singing the national anthem. And I do, at this time, just want to take one second, because Southern Ohio is so full of patriots and so full of veterans that I really want to mention and give thanks to all of them for what they have done for this country over the years, but in particular, in the last 20 years, those that have served, that have made sure we have not had another terrorist attack in our country since 9/11/2001. We owe them our gratitude. But I also want to say thank you. Thank you to this community. Thank you to Kathy Edrington. Thank you to Jeff Graham. Jeff Graham's a longtime friend. These are true leaders in rural healthcare. As a podiatric surgeon, for me to come and see this Orthopedic and Spine Institute really come to life is just phenomenal. I want to thank all the executives that worked on this, the administration, the project managers, builders, designers, and Dr. Fleming for building this team. Kathy's right. Every one of them nailed it. You know, I can remember when I was first elected to Congress, and before I was sworn in, they invite all the incoming freshman members up to Harvard and talk about the issues of the day, from healthcare to the economy, et cetera. And I can remember one of the professors speaking to us, and he was talking about healthcare. And he said, well, you know, Marcus Welby is done. Now, for you younger people, you may not know who Marcus Welby is. Marcus Welby was a TV doctor. He was a rural TV doctor. And I turned to that guy and said, when was the last time you were outside of Boston? Because America needs Marcus Welby. Rural America, loves Marcus Welby. And I knew right then and there that I was going to have to continue to fight for healthcare in rural America. I sit on the Ways and Means Committee. And one time in our committee hearing, a bill was offered to expand residency programs, which I was all in favor of. Expand residency programs for addiction treatment and pain management. We're all for that, especially here in Southern Ohio. But all the programs were earmarked for academic institutions on the coast. So we offered an amendment to say, let's go where there's the highest mortality and morbidity. Let's do it that way. That would include us. I had with me the book Dreamland, right with me. That's our district, right on the cover. And it's about the opioid crisis. Well, they fought us on that. But I'll make a long story short. The chairman of Ways and Means Committee came to me afterwards and he says, rural medicine is important to some of my people too on the other side of the aisle. And we started a rural and underserved healthcare task force. And it's been very cooperative and very productive. And we're dealing with issues on reimbursement in the area, expanding telehealth, increasing the workforce, and also addressing the social deterrence of health. We've had some wins. We've had some wins on the reimbursement model. At the end of last year, we got 1,000 new residency programs in America. Many people don't know. We have people graduating medical school today that there isn't a residency program for. This is really important for the health all across America. But we wanted to earmark those residency programs where 25% go to rural America. And we cut through the red tape that exists when you have a residency program in an urban area and have those same residents spend time in a rural area. I'm proud to say that I'm one of the chairs of our Doctors Caucus, and our Doctors Caucus is committed to rural health care. I have to tell you, I'm very proud to represent this area and to be your representative. Because what I find here is that we could sit and complain, but instead, the people of Southern Ohio, and a great example today right here in Chillicothe, roll up their sleeves and say, we can take care of this. We can fix this. We can provide for ourselves. And I look forward to continue to do great things with the team that you have here and the great people of this district. Listen, I want to thank and God bless all of those involved with this day. And I want to say God bless all the patients that are going to benefit from this great moment and this great building and all those that work in it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Congressman. Okay. Well, let's get on with this day. It is an exciting, beautiful day, and I'm glad to see that all of you have joined us here and to celebrate what an amazing new home that we have for our nationally accredited orthopedics program and specialized care for orthopedics, spine, sports medicine, neurology, podiatry, and pain management. And, you know, today, this building, you know, becoming nationally accredited, we didn't need a building to do that. It's about having the right people and the right specialist here delivering great care. And just know that this facility delivers nationally accredited care that you can't just find anywhere. Actually, very few places are at the level that this group of physicians, APPs, and caregivers are. Very, very proud. This group is first class, and now they have a facility that's going to allow them to continue to expand and bring the future of healthcare to this region and to our communities today. But this building, in all its splendor, is just a tool, because it's the people inside that make it special. It's a place where people come for healing and hope. We're very blessed to have the caregivers, providers, and physician specialists that are here and call Adena their home, bringing the very best to all of us who live in this region. But as I said, it's the people. It's the people that make this place special. And that's what Adena is. It's our people. We understand patients have a choice when it comes to their care. And that's why everyone that puts on this badge every day, and when someone walks through our doors, it's a privilege. It truly is a privilege and an honor that they choose us in their time of need. That is why we are dedicated and driven by our vision to be our region's most trusted partner in healthcare. Well, what that means is really having great access to care and facilities like this throughout our region and our communities that we serve, and that those regions and communities can be proud that we are their partner. But more importantly than all of that, it's about the relationships. It's about the relationships we build together in our communities. The relationships and the ones that instill confidence and instill trust that Adena is always here to serve their needs when they need them most. At Adena, it is family, friends, and neighbors caring for our family, our friends, and our neighbors. And as Dr. Fleming said, we've been doing that now for more than 125 years, and Adena is stronger than ever. I always like to reflect back on the founders of Adena and that time 125 years ago, and the vision that they had about taking care of our communities. I would think they would be very proud today of where they started with that hospital on South Bridge Street and to see what it's become today. And it's our job in this generation of caregivers that are here today to carry this on and pass it on to the next generation and the next generation to come. This new facility is just another step in the continued development of our regional health system. It plays a large part in the tertiary development of the Chillicothe campus. And it's going to allow us to continue and grow, as Kathy mentioned, to expand services in other specialties that will benefit from the building of the opening of this building and allowing that space that was previously occupied by Adena Orthopedic and Spine providers, and allowing other services that are busting at the seam to be able to continue to grow and continue to bring world-class care here close to home. But before we move to the ribbon cutting and opening this fabulous facility, I want to pause for a moment. And I want to recognize all Adena caregivers, physicians, and advanced practice providers for their relentless focus of being here and all of our locations day after day, and their relentless focus on our communities as we continue to battle through this pandemic. We've been through a lot over the last 18 months, and it appears that this pandemic is not over yet. But I can tell you one thing. The caregivers, the physicians, and APPs at Adena, they're here giving our communities their very best. And they're going to continue to be here and providing great care for our family, our friends, and our neighbors across the regions that we serve. And so when you see one, when you see a caregiver with the Adena badge on, go up and say thank you. Thank you for being here in our time of need. Because I tell you what, we're very blessed with the team of people we have here at Adena. So let's show our appreciation and give all those a round of applause that are here for us every day. Thank you. Okay, let's get to it. Let's do what we came here to do. You know, after the ribbon cutting today on September 1st will be our first day that we're going to see patients, and my understanding is we already have surgery scheduled. First day, right? That's exciting. And bringing a new day for healthcare to our region will be born. So at this time, I would like to ask Reverend Paul Ray, who will lead us in a blessing. Reverend?
Thank you, Jeff. I'd like to share just a kind of a hybrid between a dedicatory prayer and a word of blessing over the facility, over the providers and caregivers that will be providing healing to the patients that come, as well as to the patients themselves. Lord, we bless this facility with your healing presence, that whenever people walk into this facility, they will just sense your presence everywhere around there, that would give them a sense of calm and peace, and that things will be better than when they came. And we speak a word of blessing for the providers and the caregivers. Will you give them a vision of themselves as a team of healers, working together to bring healing and wholeness to the patients who come through these doors? And we speak a word of blessing for the patients themselves and their families, that you will give them a healing peace, knowing that when they come here, they're going to get the best of care by fabulous providers and caregivers. And so may your peace envelop our patients before they even get here, because they have a sense that they're not just coming to get a procedure done, but they're coming to get their life back. And now for those of you gathered here with us today, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you, and the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. God bless you. Jeff.
Thank you, Reverend Paul. Okay, so at this time, we are going to cut a ribbon. And so if I can ask the dignitaries and presenters here to move into position, and others that are part of this ceremony to please come forward, and we're going to cut a ribbon. Okay, at this time, please join us in coming into our new beautiful facility for drink refreshments and taking a tour. Thank you again for all being here today. Thank you.